In today's episode of our show, you can once again look forward to 3 interesting topics that space exploration has brought us in recent days. First, we will take a look at new information about the second integrated flight of the Super Heavy rocket with the Starship spacecraft. In the second topic, we will discuss the North Korean Chollima-1 rocket, which succeeded on its 3rd attempt. The final topic will focus on the arrival of the heat shield from the Orion Spacecraft of the Artemis 1 mission for post-flight tests. In previous episode, we described the second integrated flight of the Super Heavy rocket with the Starship spacecraft. While we watch a perfect slow-motion shot of the so-called hot staging, let's take a look at the information provided by SpaceX on its website. All 33 Raptor engines on the Super Heavy booster started up successfully and for the first time completed a full-duration burn during ascent. Starship executed a successful hot stage separation, powering down all but 3 of Super Heavy's Raptor engines and successfully igniting the 6-second stage Raptor engines before separating the vehicles. This was the first time this technique has been done successfully with a vehicle of this size. Following separation, the Super Heavy booster successfully completed its flip maneuver and initiated the boostback burn before it experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. The vehicle breakup occurred more than 3.5 minutes into the flight at an altitude of 90 kilometers over the Gulf of Mexico. This means that the Super Heavy rocket was not destroyed by the self-destruct system as we previously believed. Starship's 6-second stage Raptor engines all started successfully and powered the vehicle to an altitude of approximately 150 kilometers and a velocity of approximately 24,000 kilometers per hour, becoming the first Starship to reach outer space and nearly completing its full-duration burn. The flight test's conclusion came when telemetry was lost near the end of second stage burn prior to engine cutoff after more than 8 minutes of flight. The team verified a safe command destruct was appropriately triggered based on available vehicle performance data. This explains the destruction of Starship, which was previously shrouded in mystery. The water-cooled flame deflector and other pad upgrades performed as expected, requiring minimal post-launch work to be ready for upcoming vehicle tests and the next integrated flight test. After several unsuccessful attempts, North Korea successfully placed 2 Kwangyongsong satellites into orbit in 2012 and 2016. In both cases, the Unha-3 carrier rocket was used, launching from the Sohae Satellite Launching Station. On May 30th of this year, a new rocket named Chollima-1 took off from this base, but it did not succeed. The same result occurred on the second flight of this rocket on August 23rd. The third flight, which occurred on November 21st at 13:42 Universal Time, did reach orbit. The Chollima-1 rocket is a 3-stage carrier, but we only have detailed information about the first stage. Its design is based on the Hwasong-17 intercontinental ballistic missile. 2 Pektusan-2D engines burn unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine and dinitrogen tetroxide. On its first successful flight, the Chollima-1 rocket carried a payload into an orbit ranging from 493 to 512 kilometers in altitude. This orbit has an inclination of 97.25 degrees to the equator. There is a slight discrepancy in the name of the carried satellite in the sources. According to some, it is the Maligyong-1 satellite, which had the same name in the previous 2 launches of the Chollima-1 rocket. However, some sources currently refer to the launched satellite as Manrikyong-1. While the name is not certain, the purpose is clearer. The new satellite is likely intended for Earth surface imaging, most probably for military purposes. On November 6th, an eye-catching aircraft landed on the runway in Alabama. The Super Guppy, in the service of NASA, is a special cargo plane designed to transport oversized cargo. As part of this journey, the aircraft carried a valuable cargo. From the Kennedy Space Center in Florida to the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, it transported a shipping container containing the heat shield of the Orion Spacecraft, which flew to the moon last year on the Artemis 1 mission. In these images, the unique design solution of the Super Guppy is clearly visible. Its front part with the cockpit can be swung to the side, providing free access to the cargo space. The Orion heat shield will undergo a thorough post-flight analysis at the Marshall Space Flight Center. With the center's equipment, it will be possible to mill off the top layer of ablative material that protected the spacecraft during atmospheric re-entry. After removing this layer, engineers will be able to continue analyzing the condition of the heat shield. Such analyses are exceptionally valuable for engineers because the data extracted from the used hardware can be used to improve the design of future spacecraft, making them more robust, reliable, and safe. Thank you for your attention to today's episode of Spaceflight News. We are delighted in your interest in space news, and to ensure you do not miss future episodes, kindly consider subscribing to our channel. Additionally, you can find other interesting news on our profile on social network X, formerly known as Twitter. The link can be found in the video description.